Hey guys, so today I thought that I would go through some flowers that are currently in season in winter. I have 5 flowers, actually 1 foliage, but with some berries. So I'll go through all 5 of them. So I have some Narcissus. These in particular are daffodils. Some beautiful purple and white Sweet William. Some extra fresh Iceland poppies. Lots of closed buds. Have some Acacia, also known as wattle. This is my dried bougainvillea. Get that out of the way. And some beautiful peppercorn tree or pepperberry. So these are from the Narcissus family. There are many varieties. This one in particular is called a trumpet daffodil, obviously because of its little trumpets on the inside. These guys are European flowers and they're available winter to spring. These actually, since I was a child, and not just saying since I was a child, literally when I was a child, these were my absolute favorite flowers. So anytime, and I did get asked while growing up and particularly as a teenager what your favorite flower was, and I would always say daffodils. So I have many more favorite flowers, but this one will always be one of my extra special favorite flowers. And some other varieties that you might be familiar with are called early cheer, and they are a cluster. So with the daffodil there's only 1 flower on this stem, whereas with other varieties they might have a few smaller clusters. And then you've also got jonquils, which are popular as well. You'll see them, they're almost like a mini version of the daffodil. They'll have more flowers on a stem and they're very tiny. They come in creams and yellows and white. They have a slight scent. So nice. When you cut them, they've got sap that can be quite bad for some flowers, if not all. I'm not sure about all, but there are some who some flowers that shouldn't be paired with any narcissus, which is actually funny being called Narcissus, because if you think of narcissists, then they sap the life out of people and the flowers sap the life out of other flowers. So a fun little fact. So narcissus, they last up to 6 days, but yes, just be careful with their sap because it will affect other flowers. Another one of my favorite flowers are poppies. These in particular are Iceland poppies. These are really fresh, so they aren't as open as they ought to be. That's okay because they will open. And these are another European flower. They have a short vase life, up to 5 days, and because of that I like to, when I can see the color showing through, I like to pull back the hood. See if I can show you. Pull back the hood, and you got to do this gently. You do sometimes rip them. Well, this one just was deadheaded, but anyway, basically you pull off the head, the hood, to reveal the flower so that they can start to open at the same time as each other, just because they've got a short vase life. So So if I just unfurl it, it'll eventually, once it's in water, open up a bit more, and then they just are open for sort of the same amount of time, because they will die, and then, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just your preference. These guys are available late winter to spring. As you can see, they come in a lot of colors. We've got this beautiful yellowy orange. We've got some, well, I would call this poppy red, poppy orange. You got some sort of like bi-colors, which is sort of a pink, and then I've got white. Yeah, so in a bunch they come in the different colors, so it's almost like a lucky dip to see what you'll get, which makes them extra special and beautiful. I've already gone through a segment on my blog about how to care for cut flower Iceland poppies, so if you wanted to have a look, I go further into how to care for these beauties. Like, just seriously so beautiful. I love it. And this is the center, this yellow beautiful center. Yeah, this is Acacia, also known as wattle and the golden wattle. It's an Australian flower, and I'll just show you. You can sort of see that they're in its tight little buds at the moment, and then when it matures, see if I can, it'll open up and be really fluffy and bigger than these tiny little clusters that they're in. It's so pretty. It's one of my favorites. So it's a foliage with the flowers. So the foliage is available year round, and then during winter, spring, you get the flowers on them. Because there are different varieties, you get different shapes of leaves, different color leaves. You get yellow and you get creams in the wattles, and they are mostly available in, like the flowers, available in winter, spring, but you can see them in other seasons. With the foliage, this one is sort of that almost eucalypty bluey grey green color, which everybody loves. So if you can't get your hands on beautiful, nice looking eucalypt, you could try and get some of this acacia or wattle foliage. Then there's also you know, your typical green color, but this one is probably my favorite. One of the things you might need to be mindful of is if you have allergies. These can be a pest. I'm pretty fine. Slight scent, but not a strong scent at all. Next one is going to be this beautiful whimsical foliage. It's called peppercorn or pepperberry, or its botanical name, because all flowers have a botanical name and a common name, and I never know how to pronounce the botanical names. You can see it how it's written, but it doesn't mean that you know how to say it. But Shyness Mole is what I'm going to call it, but that might not be how you pronounce it. I absolutely love the scent of the peppercorn or pepper tree. Apparently the berries are edible, but I think only suppliers who sell them for eating is where I would get them from, because we don't know where or how these were treated. This foliage is also called Peruvian peppercorn or Peruvian pepper tree because it's from Peru. So you can get them without the berries on them, and obviously at the moment in winter, so from spring to winter, it'll gradually go from the white flowers to the green berries to the reddy pinky berries. With a lot of foliages, actually, a lot of them can be pretty good out of water, which is what you want when you're doing weddings, especially in arbors if you're trying to do floral foam free, and definitely in wedding bouquets. So my final flower, I never find they smell nice at all, but some of them don't have a scent as such, but they smell earthy, or you know, like grass or something like that, whereas these kind of smell. But these guys are related to, these are called Sweet William. Their botanical name is Dianthus barbatus. So you've got Dianthus something else, which is carnations. So they're related to them. They sort of have a similar look to them as well, to carnations. Obviously, the heads have a lot of petals and a lot of flowers, sorry, whereas the carnations have a lot of petals. This is a European flower, and they have quite a big vase life, so about 10 days, give or take, and it's give or take for all of them because you just can't always be sure with nature. And they come in a lot of colors, so you've got whites, reds, pinks, purples. I don't know if you, yeah, this is a purpley color. So they also come in bi-colors, so this one has purple with white, and then there's pink with white. There's also like a corally color. Yeah, so you've got so many colors that these come in. The thing with the Sweet William, the reason why I've included them is because I need to use them. These are a good, I should do an all year round available little thing, which I will do. But you do have to be careful. See these little nodes here? These haven't been stripped because they haven't gotten into water yet. But just like a carnation, they have these little node bits. And so it goes skinny, then thicker, and it repeats. Well, this just means that they are prone to snapping easier than other flowers. So just keep that in mind. But these are beautiful in any kind of arrangement, weddings and gift bouquets. They were my 5 flowers that I wanted to share with you that are currently available, and I hope you enjoyed hearing about them and maybe you learnt something. Let me know. There will be some flowers that I might repeat. I mean, I don't remember absolutely everything, so for me it's definitely a good refresher. So yeah,